Let me make sure. Let's see how this poll do. No, I can't do that. Just trying to put the question in the chat. Which would you rather be? So, Chad, I hope y'all doing good today. Hope y'all out there blessing other people, praying for yourself to be a blessing to other people. Look like my thing don't want to work today for some reason, but I like that. Which would you prefer to be? So give me some time. I'm almost done with the question. So when y'all come into the chat, y'all got something to, glance upon. But the question is, which would you rather be, a worker or entrepreneur? Yeah, we got that. I'll capitalize this, and we should be done. Start the poll. I'm going to make it a little smaller, put it in the corner somewhere. So, chat, what's going on? That is the question. Which would you rather be? A worker or an entrepreneur? Right now, I want to make sure this is working too, because last time I went on live, for some reason I couldn't read people comments. I didn't know who was coming in the room or if anybody was in the room. And when I had to shut it off and turn it back on, that's when I seen everything. So if y'all ever go live, if you ever choose to go live for your business, you got to understand, you got to make sure everything works. Because sometimes when you go live, YouTube be tripping. They don't show the comments. They don't show the likes. They don't show anything. So just make sure when you go live, you check a couple things to make sure you're in the right place. But get my coffee, get a little bit of energy going. So the question is for the day is, what you prefer to be? And this is for my entrepreneurs, my business owners, my people who are trying to make it out there. Would you rather be a worker or entrepreneur? Get what I'm saying? Would you rather be a worker or entrepreneur? Working means going to get that 9 to 5 or even a career. A career job where you can make $1 million. So understand, every entrepreneur is not a millionaire. But you got some workers out here who are millionaires because they got into the right position, the right career. Now, I asked this question because I got this homeboy who will never get a job because he likes to be an entrepreneur. But he will go broke. He will go homeless. He will live on the streets. He will go from house to house trying to sleep on people's couches. Even if he ran out his welcome, he will still tell himself, I am not going to get a job. I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to make it work. Now, I would tell the people out there, if you got a family, if you got some kids, don't do it. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't have a girlfriend. And as a guy going through this, you kind of could withstand some situations. You can live in your car. But if you have a kid, you have a baby, you really can't do that. You can try. But at the same time, if you have a kid and you trying to become an entrepreneur and you ain't got no money to feed them or yourself, would you tell yourself, I'm still not going to get a job because this business is going to work? Would you tell yourself that? Now, the upside, what we talk about, because even though he's going through some hard times, he's still my friend. We still talk. You get what I'm saying? And he doesn't ask for anything because he is a hustler. He goes and get what he have to get. And I learn from him as well as he learned from me. So the thing is he's bragging about, like he's like, yo, see, when you work and you spend your whole time in there, I got any time off. I can do anything I want to do. I can go meet people. I can go to the beach at any time I want to. I got to answer to myself. I don't have to answer to nobody. If your phone ring, which is my phone he's talking about, if somebody call you from your job or from work, you got to pick up and see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Because, man, we both go getters in whatever we do. So we're going to move up no matter what. So he's like, no matter what, You have to answer your phone and make some things happen for yourself or for the company. Family time. He doesn't have a family, right? But even if we both had a big family, I still would have to go to work. But him being an entrepreneur, he thinks that he can have family time anytime he wants. This is what he tells me, but this is why I differ from him. I tell him, if you are an entrepreneur, you don't know when you have to work. You don't know when you got to get up and make that move or go meet somebody, because that may be a once in a lifetime thing for you. You have to hustle and bust every single day if you want to be an entrepreneur, and it's not going to be guaranteed that you're going to be a millionaire. It's not guaranteed. You may be an entrepreneur that makes $100,000 a year, and whatever you do, it could be content creation, it could be selling clothes, it could be selling food, whether they sell sea moss or whatever they got going on. But you might not be that millionaire that you're thinking you're going to be when you think of an entrepreneur lifestyle. So I don't want everybody out there to think to themselves, oh man, I'm gonna be on this yacht, I'm gonna live my passion, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do, I'm gonna have my family time, I'm gonna have my freedom, I ain't gotta answer to nobody when I become an entrepreneur. No, that is not true. I do not want you to think that, because you, first of all, you're putting yourself at a financial risk. You don't know if you're gonna make a sale. You don't know if you're gonna pick the right people to be on your team, because y'all see, if you got a job out there and you work with some people, you be like, man, this person lazy, bro. Like, they don't do nothing. They just here for a paycheck. They barely show up to work. And when they do show up, they be calling off, not doing nothing. So you as an entrepreneur, if you hire somebody like that, how far do you think your company is going to go? You do the homeboy friendship type of hiring and everything. Yo, how far you think your company is going to go? So this is why I say either one is good for a person to do. It depends on your lifestyle. I would say it's good to be a worker. It's good to be an entrepreneur. Only because as a worker, what's up, Yerrick? Appreciate you for blessing the chat. I appreciate that. Shouts out to you, brother. But as a worker, you earn time off. You earn sick days. You got benefits. You can go to the hospital and might not have to pay nothing. They even may give you a card to do your copay. You get what I'm saying? You got insurance, you got dental, you got medical, you got eye vision. But as an entrepreneur, you trying to start up this business telling yourself, man, I ain't finna get no job. I know what I'm about to do. But as soon as something happened in your life where you got to go to the hospital and the first thing they ask you, yo, you got insurance? Nah. Well, I know you think the hospital still going to take you, but that bill still going to hit your credit. Don't think it's not. And a lot of people say, it don't hit your credit the same way. Okay. You never had anything major to happen to you, or you must have never went through it before, because the people who went through it understand when that medical bill comes to your door, you better pay it. You're best to pay it. But even as being an entrepreneur, it's no guarantee. You can do something for 3 years and make $1 million each year, but that 4th year, y'all see how AI changing. Y'all remember how every year they used to have a new phone that come out, or a new rapper, or a new hit? That's gonna be the same as your business. Your business may be popping that year, but the next year it's like, yo, we're looking at this person over here. Or the next 2 years or 3 years, we're looking at this person over here. And the stress that's going to be in your life. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't want to deter people from being an entrepreneur, but I want to let people know, don't be afraid to be a worker. Because the people who I know, some people who I know, they like, yo, I will never work for nobody in my life. What you have to, you want to lead people, but you don't want to work for people. You just want to be the leader. You just want to be the boss. You just want to tell people what to do. So you don't know how to take orders, but you know how to be a boss. I can't believe in that. You know, you ain't born a boss. You made into a boss. You get what I'm saying? You went through some things. You went through some struggles. You went through a struggle. You went through something that changed your mindset to say, I can't do that no more. I can't love like that no more. I can't spend my money that way no more. You went through some foolish situations that you've been in. Your mind might not have been in the right situation, but once you grew up and you learned some things, now you like, okay, I know what's going on right now. Appreciate that, Yerrick. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that, you know how this entrepreneurship work. But I tell people, man, I will do both no matter what. I'm not finna not have food in the refrigerator because I don't want to get a part-time job. I am not going to live an imbalanced life, meaning I got to think about if I'm going to get kicked out, if my mortgage not going to get paid, or my rent not going to get paid, or if I'm going to have some clean clothes to put on my back. How you going to be smelling dirty trying to run a business? Don't have anywhere to meet people. But at the same time, I would challenge somebody, yo, go get, you should go get a job, because that extra money that you earning can help you build that business. And if you in the same spot, that means you ain't taking that business serious. You understand what I'm saying? If you earning an extra $3,000 because you started working, first you ain't had nothing coming in. Now you got extra $3,000, but you got to go out there and work. And if you get that extra $3,000 and you in the same position, you ain't got no new equipment, you ain't learned nothing, you ain't got no mentor, you in the same spot, ain't nothing grow. That mean that business that you keep saying that's going to work for you, that's not it. That is not it. So I will always tell y'all, you have to sit back and think about what you really want to do. Don't be afraid to get that job. Don't be afraid to work for somebody. I know you want to be that boss. I know you want to be that CEO. But you have to understand, you may need to take orders from somebody first to learn something to go get what you really want. It's not all about you. It's about you giving service to people. If you in a food business, you better have the best food. You get what I'm saying? If you in a car business, you better be washing like you got the best sub or pressure washer in the business, because people gonna want to know what you got going on. And if you don't have anything to show for it, but you saying, I want to be an entrepreneur, so I'm gonna do this, you have to understand, you're gonna have them slow days. And if you had a wrong partner, oh my God, if you had a wrong partner, that's gonna make it 10 times worse. Because he or she gonna be asking, yo, you gonna help out with these bills? You gonna help out with getting us some food in the house? What we gonna eat tonight? If they gotta keep dishing out money, they're gonna look at you as a kid now. They're gonna talk to you as a kid, because that's what they do with kids. I have to feed you, I have to clothe you, I have to put a roof under your head. So if you're not bringing in nothing, but you want to be an entrepreneur, you gotta understand, you may get treated different from people. Chances are you will get treated different from people. I see 67% people saying they rather be a worker, and we got 30-some% saying they want to be an entrepreneur. I will tell you, if you're not there being an entrepreneur, do both. You get what I'm saying? Do both. Don't have your pride tell you, oh man, I want to be this rapper, and I want to, but you want to be a rapper because you want to see millionaires and them just having fun all the time, got the best cars, the Benzes and everything, and that's why you want to be a rapper. You're not taking that as a job. You're not taking it serious. You want to be a CEO because you want to run people. You want to tell people what to do. You want to look like money. Just because you want the perks of being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you made to be an entrepreneur. The perks of being a worker is greater too. Because like I told y'all, they got jobs out here that pay millions of dollars. They got jobs out here that pays hundreds of thousands of dollars. You just got to put yourself in a position to make that money. I know you thinking, don't be thinking low. Oh, I'm just going to work at the warehouse. Nah, man. Listen, think about getting that truck and doing some business with the warehouse. It's going to take some time because you're not on that level, but as you work and save that money. And trust me, you're going to respect yourself in your business way more when you get it the long way. Because if it's given to you, whatever's given to you, you're not going to take it serious. Just like some people be like, oh, if she let me touch her on the first day, I ain't going to take it serious. But the ones who wait, really it don't matter. If the person like you, they like you. I ain't going to even lie to you. You can give it to them on the first day and they still like you no matter what. But listen, this ain't about girlfriend and boyfriend. It's about workers and entrepreneurs though. But I want y'all to know, if you are in the bind and you used to be an entrepreneur, or you used to making $3 million or $1 million a year, and all of a sudden you got to get a job, don't be ashamed to go get a job. Don't be ashamed to go get some food stamps. You better not be, because you got to feed your family. You got things to do. As an entrepreneur, you got to make financial decisions that will benefit you in the long run. So all that, man, I ain't going to get that job. I'm ashamed to see somebody to see me work. I may see somebody from my school. Imagine that. You the biggest person in the rap game, and then next thing you know, you, Amura. Hey, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. But if you as a person going to get this money. You're going to get this money, and all of a sudden you fall off. And you got to tell yourself, hey, man, I got to go get these food stamps for my kids. As you go get them food stamps for your kids, don't be ashamed if you see somebody that you know from your school, from your past, from anything you got going on. You got to make sure you are the person that make your family happy. You got to make sure you are the person that make yourself happy. Because I know when you got that big money, you be that person like, yo, you feel good. You feel like you untouchable. You buying whatever you want. You eating whatever you want. But at the same time, if you go down, please make sure, don't be afraid to go make some sacrifices to make sure you and your family make it. Y'all get what I'm saying? I hope you do. I hope you do. I'm looking at Fuller. Fuller wants some attention. You hear Fuller for some reason. You hear Fuller. Oh man, it is what it is. But I love it though, man. Appreciate you for stopping through, man, and putting something in the chat also. But yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all choose right when it comes to whatever lifestyle you want to choose. Choose right at whatever lifestyle you choose. You get what I'm saying? Do not let distractions or people, I mean, they're going to judge you no matter what. You can't stop that. But if you got to get in that food stamp line, if you have to go get that job that you don't want to get, man, I won't tell you to get any job, because if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. But if you fall off from making all them thousands because you've been running that business, and all of a sudden, it's like, man, where am I going to get this money from? Where am I going to go? I would tell you, yo, make that move and make a plan. Create an action plan to do your thing. Make it happen for yourself. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It's your guy, Rich Uncle Mike, man. I'm going to keep coming on this live, keep inspiring y'all, making sure y'all get this paper and get that money, man. Until next time, peace.